to you, Dr. Bhavani Swaminathan, and thank you for being here with us. And please go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Reshmi, for that lovely introduction. Okay, and namaste to all of you, the Silver Talkies participants. I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
Thumbs up. Okay, fine, great. Okay, so today's topic, managing hypertension, that too in a holistic way. So this is actually a very big topic. So within 1 hour, we won't be able to cover everything, but I have made 5 pointers today. So these 5 points actually I'll discuss in little detail, and we will be practicing something also which will be helpful to manage diabetes. So number 1 is, I'm not going to talk anything hypertension, because it's like, since I'm a diabetes educator, it's always diabetes comes in my this one. So the topic is about hypertension. So when we talk about BP, blood pressure, high blood pressure, the common thing, the basic theoretical knowledge all of us we have, the volume of the blood increases, you should not be eating too much of sodium, and you should be have control on your weight, all these things. But there are few things, if you follow this, I would say managing diabetes is one word, but you can, managing hypertension is one word, but you can actually reverse hypertension. So how many of you think that it is possible? Because since you're on mute, you can show thumbs up. Is it possible? Do you think it is possible? So how are we going to do this? So there are few steps. Okay. Number one is diet. Diet is very, very important. Second one is, of course, exercise. Third, the most important thing, the most important technique is meditation. And when I say meditation, people are really afraid, because we think that meditation means you just close your eyes, do not think anything. So that is actually, it can't be called as meditation. So that is what we are going to practice, one form of meditation, which includes something called as mudra therapy, color therapy, and sound therapy, that we will practice at the end. So let's begin, and with the first thing, that is diet. So diet, number one, how should a hypertensive person, what should be his or her diet? So number one, we all know that the salt intake has to be reduced. But then how to reduce? If we are talking about only salt, it will not work. We have to make the diet more alkaline. Now, what is alkaline diet? Alkaline diet means which consists of more of raw food. Raw food in the sense, it can be salads, fresh juices, all these things, fruits and all. So you must be wondering that how am I going to have all the raw food? It's not that entire day you have to have raw food, but of course 70-30 or 60-40, this kind of combination you can go for. In the sense, 60% you are taking raw diet, and then 40% you are taking the cooked food. This is the best way to cleanse your system. Okay. Now, what exactly is alkaline diet? Okay. So if I'll share a general diet plan with you, you can modify this according to your own needs. Okay, I'm not saying that 100% you follow this, but you can modify accordingly, So this is basically a vegetarian diet, because when you have this problem, high BP problem, we know that if you are not taking care of this right now, it might affect your heart also. So if you turn vegan, that's the best thing. If it is not possible, then of course vegetarian diet, but make sure that the milk and milk products are very less in your diet. And of course, non-vegetarian diet I would not suggest, because it contains more of saturated fat, and that saturated fat is going to give you more trouble. So how should you plan your diet? Okay, so 1 day's chart I'm sharing with you. You may note it down and you can modify according to your own needs. So number one thing, the time when you get up in the morning, make sure that you're getting up a little early in the sense around 6 or 6:30. So when you get up in the morning, the first thing you should do is take 1, 2, or 3 glasses of warm water without brushing your teeth. Why without brushing your teeth? I'll explain that also. But right now I'm sharing the diet plan. So number one will be warm water without brushing your teeth. And then after brushing your teeth, you can take a glass of, again, a warm water, glass of warm water, and squeeze lemon into it. And if possible, you can go for the lemon shot. Lemon shot is the best, but people say that it is more acidic. It doesn't suit me. But if you go for lemon shot, that's the best thing. So what is lemon shot? You have to just take half lemon, not more than that, just half lemon, squeeze it, the concentrated juice, gulp it. That's it. And then after this, at least 45 minutes, you should not take anything. So why we are doing this is, number one, when we drink that warm water, that will cleanse our system, digestive system. When you take this lemon is basically acidic, but post digestion, as per Ayurveda, it becomes alkaline. So again, it is going to cleanse your system. See, why we get any lifestyle diseases, whether it is BP or sugar, diabetes or PCOS or weight gain, any lifestyle diseases, right from acidity to cancer. The simple logic behind this, as per the Ayurveda, is our system, the digestive system, becomes, it's like we are accumulating all the kachras inside it, because we have the habit of eating, but the system is not getting clear. So these become toxic, which is called as ama. In Ayurveda or in Sanskrit, it is called as ama. So when the system becomes more toxic, the digestive system, so this ama gets, you can call it as in Hindi, we say, kahin par wo jaakar chipak jata hai. That's what we say. Chipak jata hai means if it gets stuck to your pancreas, you will get diabetes. If it sticks to your heart, which means there are chances that you will get hypertension or any heart disease. This is a simple logic as per the Ayurveda science, which of course the medical science does not agree to it. But the simple logic is, if you keep your stomach clean, if you start removing all the toxins from your stomach, and those toxins can be removed only when you are consuming alkaline diet. Alkaline diet means the diet chart which right now I'm sharing with you, that is the alkaline diet. So after having that lemon shot, give a gap of 45 minutes to 1 hour, and then you have a glass of fresh juice. You might find it very difficult that people who love tea and coffee. So suddenly, if I say that you stop having tea or coffee, so you'll start getting headache. But slowly, we have to overcome that habit, because morning tea, the body becomes very acidic when you're having it on empty stomach. So first thing will be a glass of juice, fresh juice, or maybe tender coconut water. And then after 1 or 1.5 hours, you have your breakfast, normal breakfast, which should be, of course, with less oil and less salt. In the mid-morning, little bit of soaked dry fruits. Lunch, always start with a bowl of salad, and then you have your chapati, sabzi, dal or rice dal, whatever you want to have. Then evening, that is evening, you can have a cup of tea or coffee around 4:30. After that, maybe, because see, this 4:30 to 6 o'clock is a very dangerous time, dangerous period, I should say, because that's the time when we are very hungry. And then we eat up those things which we should not eat. Am I right? Thumbs up. Yes or no? 4:30 to 6 is the time when you're actually hungry. This is correct or not, you tell me. So generally, you will find this is the time when we are very, very hungry. And we gulp many things, right from chips, wafers to samosas or whatever. And then we don't feel like eating dinner and we skip dinner. And once you skip dinner and you don't get that sleep, then at midnight you start looking something inside your refrigerator. So the whole schedule gets upset. So evening time is something which is very, very important. We have to take care of. So during that time, you eat some, what you can call it as, low fat snacks, which can be slightly salted makhanas or chivdas, murmuras, all these kind of thing, or a big bowl of fruit. Of course, that fruit intake should be before 5 p.m., not after that, because there are chances the season is also changing, so it might not, you might have some health issues. So these are certain things which you can follow. Okay, then dinner should be little early, around 7:30, so that if you finish your dinner by 7:30 and next morning when you're having your breakfast at 9 or 9:30, so it is going to be a kind of intermittent fasting. And when you follow this diet, you will find that 50% is raw food and 50% is cooked food. Right now, what is happening? We are eating only cooked food. The more you are eating cooked food, the food is more acidic. Okay, so we have to include alkaline food also in our diet. So that will come in the form of salads, fruits, juice, and then nuts and seeds like this. You can make vegan smoothies. Of course, if you become vegan, that will really help you to get rid of this problem. So that was step number 1, which is the diet. And of course, the oil in which you are cooking, that also matters. If you are using refined oil, so refined oil is, see, now we all should become smart consumers. We have to, whenever you're buying that oil packet, you just see what it is mentioned over there, because we go by the brand. But apart from the brand and apart from whether it is groundnut oils or any other oil, there will be something written called as refined and filtered oil. Okay, there are 3 types of oil. Any oil which you take, if it is a groundnut oil or sunflower oil, so one is the refined oil, second one is the filtered oil, and third one is the cold pressed oil. So cold pressed oil, nowadays it is available in the market, otherwise earlier it was not. But better go for filtered oil, because refined oil is just a crystal clear liquid that we get in the packet or bottle. It does not have any nutrients. So I'm not going in detail, but then better you go for filtered oil. So oil is one thing which you have to take care. Second is the salt. Salt also, not the table salt. If you switch to sendha namak, that is the pink salt or rock salt, that is far better, because the sodium content is low in this. So remember, the sodium intake has to be low. For that, you switch to rock salt. Oil, make sure that you are using filtered oil or cold pressed oil. That's the best option. So this was about the diet plus the alkaline diet. I mean, how you can mix both alkaline and acidic diet so that body is more alkaline. That is one thing. Now, second is the exercise. When to exercising is very important for people with high blood pressure, because the more you exercise, the more you sweat, your weight will be under control. If your weight is under control, naturally you can also manage your BP. Okay. So exercising, the best time is morning after sunrise, say if you stay in Bangalore, I think sunrise is little later. If you stay in Calcutta, it is little early. So depending upon the sunrise, within half an hour, if you get up and go out for either brisk walk or yoga, or even if you do pranayam under sunlight, that will be much more beneficial, because all the toxins will be removed from the body when we are sweating. So make sure that 45 minutes of brisk walk or any form of exercise you do, and 10 to 15 minutes of breathing exercise. So 1 hour of exercise. So you'll be thinking that I'm talking like a teacher, school teacher, teaching to students, not to the Silver Club members or participants. But then this is diabetes is still, at least I would say, that easy to manage. But hypertension, if you are hypertensive, you have to be very, very careful about your health. BP is like, it will definitely, it is going, if you're not taking care of it, it will lead to some heart ailment. So please make sure that you give importance to your diet, importance to your exercise. Now, the third thing, which I feel is the most important, though diet and exercise is important, but this one is most important because somewhere we have to change our nature also. If you feel it's correct, then you can show thumbs up. If you think no, then no problem. Why I'm saying nature is because something, you might be knowing this type A personality. A person who is very disciplined. How many of you know about this type A personality? Have you heard about it? I can see one thumbs up. Okay. So a person who is very disciplined, even I was like that. But over a period of time, I started understanding that this will not work. This is definitely going to, the person is subjected to heart problem or hypertension if he is a type A personality. So what is it? Everything you want on time, everything has to be in discipline, basically perfectionist. So a person who is perfectionist, he will never be happy. And when at a young age, it is somehow the body is quite strong. So everything is easily manageable. Even if you are angry, that's fine. It does not affect you. But as you start aging, now this is going to be a real, what I should be using, the word trouble thing. It will be you will not be able to manage your BP if you are a short-tempered person, if you are still type A personality. I would just like to share one joke, how many of you watch Bollywood movies? Jinke those videos are on, you can just show thumbs up. Nobody? Not interested in Bollywood movies? Okay. You must be knowing the name Amir Khan. He's a very famous actor, right? Yes or no? Okay. So once I heard and I read somewhere in a magazine or newspaper, I don't remember, that Amir Khan is never present in any of the award function. So that was a big news. So there was a question that why he is not present in any of the award function. So someone replied to this question that he is such a perfectionist that he comes for the function, award function, but he wants to park his car in a perfect way that takes so much of time that by the time he parks the car, he comes for the function is over. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is type A personality. So if you are a type A personality, if you are a short-tempered person, if you are a perfectionist, then how much ever you are strict with your diet, you are very sincerely doing your exercise, somewhere you will find that tablets which you are consuming, which you are taking, the doctor has given, it will be lifelong. It will never come down. Okay. So we have to start working on our mind also, on our thoughts also, which is the most difficult thing. If I share a diet chart with you, you will definitely follow the diet chart. If I tell you that do this much of exercise, you will definitely do exercise. But changing our mindset, changing our thoughts is little difficult and challenging. For this, we need to do meditation. Now, meditation, how to do meditation, people do not understand. So they actually sit for a while, they don't understand what to do. And when you sit to meditate, more thoughts come in the mind. So we generally give up. So now in today's class, my emphasis will be on two important things. One is the meditation part, and the second one is called as the Mardan Chikitsa in Ayurveda, in English, which is called as wet pack therapy. And wet pack therapy, that is the Mardan Chikitsa, are done in different ways when you go to a Ayurvedic, doctor and center and all. But the thing which I am going to tell you is a very simple one, which you can do it at home. Okay, so we are going to give importance to these 2 points. One is the meditation and second one is the Mardan Chikitsa. So first, let us start with the meditation. How to do this? For this, there is, when we combine the mudra therapy, sound therapy and color therapy together, which is actually called as the psychoneurobic technique of meditation. So this, when you start doing this, mudra is what? Mudra is keeping your fingers in a position. I'll tell you which mudra you have to do. Okay. And then sound, that also I'll tell you which sound you have to. Since I won't be able to go in very detail, that's the reason in short, I'm teaching only for the BP what you can do. Rest, for every disease we have different colors and different sound and different mudras. So I'm going to discuss only about the BP thing today. Okay. And I'll show you one video. Okay. That video, it's just 2 minutes. We will practice this. And you will learn this technique in just 2 minutes. And every day, make sure that when you get up, first thing water, after brushing teeth, that lemon juice or lemon shot, then you sit for 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, and practice this psychoneurobic. Before going to bed, 5 minutes, only 2 times a day. And then slowly you see the improvement. Okay, so are you all ready to practice this for 2 minutes today? Yes, thumbs up. Okay, great. Okay, so now for this, we are going to do Chinmay Mudra. Now, how do we do Chinmay Mudra? Chinmay Mudra is this one, the index finger and the tip of the thumb touches each other like this, and then rest of the 3 fingers are curled like this. It has to be very gentle touch. You will not press it. Okay. This is called as Chinmay Mudra. Now, gently place it on your thigh. Very comfortably you sit. This is just to show it to you on the camera. So I'm keeping my finger like this. Just comfortably you sit. Okay. Chinmay Mudra. Now, this particular practice is for the Anahata Chakra. Anahata Chakra means the heart chakra. So we are going to heal our heart chakra. To heal the heart chakra, we have to make a sound and we have to look at the green color, because Anahata Chakra is green in color. That I will show you on the screen. With the music, you will be able to see that. So now, when the sound is E sound, E. Okay, so how do we do this? We have to take a deep, long, we will not close the eyes. You can look at the screen, the color, and you have to take a long, deep breath like this. And when you breathe out, say E, like this. Okay, so shall we do this? Shall I play the video? Okay, so sit in the Chinmay Mudra. I'll share the screen. So we will practice. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So it's visible. Reshmi, you have to tell me whether you can hear the sound.
Yes. Not right now. Play the sound. Yes. Yes.
Fine? Okay. So yeah, all of us, we are going to make E sound, but you have to take long, deep breath while breathing out. E, like this we'll do. Ready? Okay, let's start. Only for 2 minutes we'll do this. Take a long, deep breath. Let's start. was this easy? Easy? So now at home, when you are practicing this, so mudra, you will be able to do sound also. Now what about the color? Okay, so for color, you keep any object in front of you, green color, it can be a vegetable or it can be a cloth or even a paper, A4 size colored papers are available. So green color paper you keep in front of you. Do this for 3 to 5 minutes in the morning. Now, why in the morning? Because morning when we get up, within 15 to 20 minutes, our subconscious mind is very active. And during that 15 to 20 minutes, all of us, we blame children in our family, youngsters in our family, but we also do the same mistake. The first thing when we get up in the morning is we take out our phone, and when we look at the phone, am I right? This is a very common habit with everyone. We try to check the WhatsApp messages, or maybe many people say that we are watching good videos, religious and spiritual videos. That's fine. But morning and before going to bed, at least 15 to 20 minutes, if you're away from the phone. So since the subconscious mind is very active, and when we practice this therapy, which is a psychoneurobic practice, so that will charge your mind. Okay. So remember, the disease right now which you are suffering from, it can be any disease, right from acidity to gastric problem or BP or diabetes or anything. But now the medical science also says yes to this, and that is the disease starts from the mind, which is called as psychosomatic illness. I don't know how many of you have heard about it. So every thought, see, there is something, those who are from the science background, I think if possible, I'll show you the photo of this, picture of this. There is something called as amygdala in our brain. Now, this amygdala is whenever a negative thought comes in your mind, so the brain will start releasing a nano amount of chemical, and that chemical slowly comes down to your body. Okay. And it's a very small, very, very micro, kind of such small amount of chemical, but constantly we are having some or the other, negative thought, something which is not so good. Our thoughts are basically not very positive. So constantly when these chemicals, they travel down, so the body becomes more acidic and acidic. And when the body is acidic, naturally we get many diseases. That's the reason, first step I said, the diet has to be alkaline. When the diet is alkaline, your cleansing of the digestive system starts. Second, our thoughts also make our body acidic. So we have to work on our mind also. Working on the mind is more difficult. So that's the reason when you start practicing this technique, 5 minutes, you can increase the duration. If you can sit for more time, of course, 10-15 minutes also you can sit. But when you do this very, very sincerely for a couple of days, just do it for 21 days and see the difference. And then you let me know. So this is an important practice which everyone should start, I think, right from tonight. Now, the last part is the Mardan Chikitsa, that is the wet pack therapy. Now, wet pack therapy is what? We have to take cotton cloth for this. Okay. Now, cotton cloth, it has to be any pure cotton cloth. So, 3 cloth we need. 3. One will be like this much size, say around 7 to 8 inches. 1 and 2, because we need 3. One is for the forehead, one is for the neck, and one will be for the abdomen, for the stomach. Okay. For the abdomen region, it will be a bigger size. Okay, so 3 cotton cloth we require, and the length should be little bigger because we need to tie it around. So just put it in normal plain tap water, squeeze it, and then you put it on your forehead and put a pin. Around your neck, put a pin, and then on your stomach, and then wear your t-shirt or kurta, whatever you are wearing. It should touch your skin. You can do all your activities, your household activities, if you want to sit, anything. But only thing is you will not be able to eat when it is on your stomach and forehead and neck. So this is the wet pack therapy. When we do this, the toxins will, you can, actually throw out all the toxins from your body. How? Because when we do this wet pack therapy, 2 temperatures are maintained in the body. One is warm, and the places where you have applied the cloth, those are cold. So when 2 temperatures are maintained in the body, what happens is whatever particles, I mean the toxins that are there inside our body, that starts traveling. And then slowly, it comes out of the body. See, it's something like, if I show, okay, I don't have. So when you keep a bottle and you fill a bottle with water and you keep it like that for a few days, and suddenly when you turn it and then you keep it back again, you'll find that whatever particles are there, at the base of the bottle, it will start traveling. Similarly, there are so much of toxins that is inside our body. So when 2 temperatures are maintained in our body, so these toxins will be slowly removed from the body. So this can be done for 25 to 30 minutes. This is the wet pack therapy. So when you do the wet pack therapy, and then when you do your exercises or pranayam under the sunlight, this will help to remove maximum toxins. Then when you are having this morning water, lemon shot, and then juice, that will also help to get rid of the toxins. So slowly, when the toxins are removed from the body, the next step will be your weight will automatically be under control. So once your weight is under control and you are taking care of your diet, exercise, and you are taking care of your mind also, so you will find that your BP will be under control. And when you are sincerely doing this, of course, if you switch over to millets, and there are many more things when you do this, so you can actually reverse your BP. But that takes time, depending on from how many years you're suffering, what is your condition right now. Since I do not know you personally, I'll not be able to tell about that. But when you start practicing this, this holistic approach, definitely you will get to see the result. Okay.
But if any of you have questions, we'll encourage you to put in the chat box, or if you want to unmute and ask, you can do that. But please raise your hand first so that we can, or just unmute and mention that you need to ask. The one question we have is, do we need the eyes open while doing the e-sound? You did mention it.
Yes, I mentioned eyes should be open, yeah, because we want to see the color. That color will heal. Yeah, heal the Anahata Chakra. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
I have one question.
Sure, Rusha. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm allergic to lime. How will I take lime shot?
Pardon?
I'm allergic to lime. I cannot take lime in the water or anything.
So no problem. Don't take lime. So then you just have warm water, give a gap of 20 to 25 minutes, and then you have a juice. It can be, yeah. So preferably if you want to quickly cleanse your digestive system, if you want to, get rid of all the toxins, so best choice is green juice. Green juice means the spinach and coriander leaves. And the second option is ashwagandha juice. So these two will help. Alternatively, like you can take both. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. There are some questions now. I'll just take them one by one. So the first one is, any mudra for overthinking?
Yes, it's there. Okay. That's a very good question, actually. This is the main problem in today's time. More than the physical, mental issues are there. So you think so much that it affects the body. Okay, so this is called as Murti Mudra. Okay, two mudras I can, whichever you find comfortable, you can do. One is called as the Murti Mudra. For Murti Mudra, clasp all the fingers like this, keep your hand like this, and only the little fingers will be straight like this. This is Murti Mudra. Okay, this you can do if you find this difficult, and you can comfortably keep your hand in a comfortable position. And the second one is Hakini Mudra. This is very simple. All the tips touch each other. This is Hakini Mudra. Both are effective. Whichever you want to do, you can do. If you want to do both, so 15 minutes you can do. And this Murti Mudra, even while you are going for morning walk or you're watching TV, you can simply keep your fingers like this and continue with your morning walk for 5-10 minutes. Then you remove your hand, and then when you're watching it, television or talking with someone, you can sit in this position. It's not that you have to take out time and sit in mudra. Anytime you can do this, before food, after food, it won't harm. Okay.
Thank you so much. That was, I think, that will be useful for all of us. The second question we have is wet pack therapy. What is the best time to do it, morning or evening?
Yes. So wet pack therapy, the best time is morning. And one thing which I actually forgot to mention, after your lunch or dinner and any major meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner, immediately we can't do this therapy. So you have to give a gap of at least 3 to 4 hours. So best time is morning time. Morning in the sense mid-morning, say around 11:30. So when you have, and of course the breakfast should be a little less in quantity, you can do that.
Thank you, Bhavani. Okay, there's also, so Raymond has a question. Could you please repeat the wet therapy? So if you could quickly, just in case someone would have missed it because of bad network or something, if you could just mention.
Yeah. So you have to take cotton cloth for this. So it's like a dupatta. You know how big is dupatta? Say around 2 meters, right? So you have to take a bigger cloth. 3 cloth we will take. So dip it in room temperature water, not ice cold water. Dip it in room temperature water, squeeze it. First one will be you tie it around here on your forehead. Okay. Second will be on the neck. Third will be on your waist. So this is the bigger cloth. And then you can wear your t-shirt or kurta and leave it for 20 to 25 minutes. But you can do all the different, whatever job you're doing at home, you can do that. Only thing is, eating is not allowed when you're having this wet pack therapy, doing this wet pack therapy. And then after 20-25 minutes, just remove it. That's it.
Thank you. We hope everyone's heard that. And the other question is from Nand. Why did you say to drink warm water without brushing your teeth?
Yes, I did not answer to the. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. Okay, so see, the water is basically neutral. Okay, and the saliva that gets accumulated in our mouth, especially when we get up in the morning, that is highly alkaline, and the stomach has certain acids. So when we drink water, the neutral, that water gets mixed up with the alkaline thing, that is saliva. And when it enters the stomach, so stomach is acidic in nature, correct, right? So when we drink this way water, the stomach starts becoming alkaline. Now, any health problem, why we are having? Because the stomach is acidic, the body is acidic, even the blood is acidic. Nowadays, there are different tests also to measure how much acidic is your blood. Earlier, it was not like that. Even you can test your urine. Okay, so the more the body is acidic, the more chances of getting different diseases is very common. So we have to make our body alkaline. And the saliva that gets accumulated when we sleep whole night, that is actually called as medicine. It is highly alkaline. So it gets mixed with the water, stomach slowly starts becoming alkaline. That is the reason why we should drink without brushing our teeth.
Thank you for that explanation. The next question is, if someone doesn't have hypertension, will the wet pack lower the BP further?
No, no. See, any toxins that has been accumulated over so many years, all these toxins will come out of the body when we do the wet pack therapy. Say, for example, I am not hypertensive, okay, but still I do. I mean, in fact, my whole family does very regularly. So we take care of our health, but unknowingly also we eat certain things that is going to create, bring more toxin to our body. We never know. As I said, even the thoughts are so sometimes, our negative thoughts that will also make our body acidic and toxic and all. So wet pack therapies for anyone can do. Even if your weight is increased, you can do this. Your stomach will get cleared. So everything, for everything, it's like, any disease, it will help you. That's it.
Okay, Mr. Jambunathan has asked, how long should the wet pack therapy be continued? And I'll add one more question which has come to that. How many times should you do this?
Yes, a very good, both are good questions. See, at least 3 months you have to do this. But right now it's October. So winter will start. So this is not the right time, ideal time to start with the wet pack therapy because of the cold. So I would suggest only after Holi you start with the wet pack therapy. Okay. Once you start, 3 months continuously if you do. So first month will be 2 times a day. From second month onwards, just 1 time a day. Just 3 months you do and stop. See the result. Yeah.
How long did you mean? Okay, so what is the duration each time you do it?
20 to 25 minutes.
Right. So that would be 20 to 25 minutes. There's another question that's come which says, what is the best filtered oil according to you? Because you mentioned filtered oils.
The filtered oil, any oil you can take, right from the peanut oil, sunflower oil. Okay, so filtered oil is filtered oil. Or maybe cold pressed oil is actually best, but the best oil, if you want to, I don't know, because see, people who are from South India, they will be using the sesame oil and then coconut oil. People who are from Bengal and Bihar, they use mustard oil. West and Maharashtra people, they go for the peanut oil. So it depends on which cuisine you are making. So filtered oil, peanut oil is the best oil. Second will be the sunflower oil. Number one, the best oil is, if we make that category wise, mustard oil is the best, which people like us, South Indians, we will not be able to take mustard oil. So for us, of course, the coconut oil and sesame oil is good. Apart from that, you can use peanut oil also. And one more thing, ghee you can use, but which ghee? Not the buffalo milk wala ghee, it has to be the A2 milk wala ghee. Okay, so that is the best. Very little quantity. That too, if you are eating rice, just half teaspoon of ghee on the rice, because if you are not adding ghee to the rice, that will be, we call it as vat. So that vat increases. So that's the reason when you're eating dal rice, you have to add, see, especially in the South Indian banana leaf, when the food is served, all of us, we know that once the rice has come and the dal is put, little bit of ghee is there, then only they put sambar. I mean, there are many South Indians, right? So you must be knowing this. So why that ghee? It's the reason is that vata, it will not aggravate the vata. Okay. So little bit of ghee on your chapati and rice is equally important.
Thanks so much. I'll go back to some questions. Most are around the wet pack thing. Marjorie has asked, I'll put both her questions together. When doing wet pack therapy, isn't it better to take cold water instead of tap water to soak the clothes? And how many times should the cloth be dipped in the water? Because during the 25 minutes, they will warm up when kept on the
Yes.
body. There's one more. Should I ask you that also?
Yeah, please, please.
So how long and broad should the cotton cloth be for each different, the three different parts?
Okay, yeah. See, number one is do not take cold water, because cold water is I mean, I'm again not going into deep into that science, but cold water is not taken. It has to be the room temperature water. Yes, of course, what you said was right. After some time, it will become warm. That's okay. Within 20 minutes, it will be warm. That's no problem. That's not an issue. But better do not take the cold water, because the temperature will be very, very different then. The body temperature and the cold water, that will not complement each other. I hope you're understanding what I'm trying to say. So that's the reason why room temperature water has to be taken. And of course, that's the reason you need not keep it for more than 20 to 25 minutes. It will be warm. And this is what we use. So this is one strip, okay, which is not necessary, because I have this. You can just put a pin also. Okay. The second one will be on the neck, like this. Okay. And the third one is, it has to be little broad. I mean, I'll show you. Let's see. Like this broad. It will be from here like this. You have to keep. Okay. So this is how we do the wet pack therapy. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you for the demo. So hope everyone saw that and it's clear to everyone now. Does hot water have bad effect on pancreas? Daisy has asked.
No, not it's not. And I said warm water, not hot water, because some people say, for example, I'm a Pitta Prakriti person, so that hot water does not suit me. So that's the reason, to be on a safer side, you go for warm water, not hot water. And does not have any effect on pancreas. Only thing is, certain body type, that will not suit as per the Ayurveda, because this topic is only about the BP. I did not go into that. So depending on the prakriti of the person, maybe that hot water will not suit you. That's it.
Thank you. The request is to keep the questions to the topic. And sorry, that was a question from Gurvinder, not Daisy. So Daisy has asked, is it to be kept directly on the skin, the cloth, basically, on
Yes,
skin, on
yes,
stomach?
yes.
All right.
And the one, like, do we avoid milk?
Yes.
Okay. Now, yes, of course, as I said, if you want to reverse any lifestyle disease, and this is not just theoretical, we have actually done this. But then it will need minimum from 3 months to 9 months. And of course, when you avoid completely non-vegetarian food and animal products, it becomes much more easier, okay, to get rid of all these lifestyle diseases. So milk, if you want to have milk, then in that case, you go for A2 milk. Find out, do a bit of research near your area, and then you buy A2 milk. That, of course, there's a difference between A1 and A2 milk. The commercial milk which we are drinking, that is A1 milk. That is difficult to digest. Again, the toxins start getting accumulated. So go for the A2 milk.
See, in fact, I have been having my BP for nearly 25 years. Now almost I don't have, raised blood pressure at all. My blood pressures are within 130 to 80 or maximum 90. But still my doctor does not want me to stop the minimum amount of tablets I'm taking. He is just scaring me. So you will get back to it, don't do it. Is it, does Ayurveda support the same theory, or is it different in Ayurveda? And one more question is that, although not related to this particular session, is that when I had been recently to SGM Ayurveda Hospital in Hassan, I stayed there for some time. They were telling that because you are an old age person, you are
Because you are
old age.
old
Because
age.
your age, you are senior citizen, you are old age. Your prakriti is vata only. Therefore, avoid fruits and avoid nuts, etc. What is your take on that? These two questions.
Okay, so I'll first answer to the second question. So, of course, when we start aging, Vata, Prakriti becomes Vata only because more of, as I said, that body becomes little more acidic. So, in this case, it's not that we should not eat fruits. Okay, fruits is not going to aggravate your Vata Prakriti. Fruit, basically, if you mix fruits, then there are chances that it might not suit you. Okay, number one. So always have mono fruit. Okay, that's the one thing. Second is about the nuts. Nuts are difficult to digest. So that's the reason we soak the nuts. So the more you soak the nuts and then you eat, it is easily digestible. So this, and of course, in the beginning itself, I said that post 5 p.m., better not to take fruits. So in the late evenings also, we should not take fruits. Okay, coming on to the first question, which you said, of course, once you start with the BP medication, so doctor will definitely tell you not to stop, even that mild dosage. He will say that because what happens is, number one, the body is now used to those medicines. Okay. Secondly, we do not follow that much of disciplined eating and disciplined lifestyle. Because see, something or the other comes up, get-togethers, parties, now Diwali will be there. So little bit of garbad happens, right? So even if a small mistake happens, if you're not taking care of your diet or your exercise, so there are chances that, as I said, even diabetes is not that risky, but BP is very risky if you're not able to manage it. So that's the reason doctor will always tell you, if you are so much disciplined and if you have that confidence in you that without medicine, and of course, as I said, it's very, so that way you can manage. But as you start aging, it is better, I won't say even if you have crossed the age of 60, 65, 70, then it's better not to stop the medicine. Of course, if you want to stop the medicine, in that case, 3 months, you have to stay in the Ayurvedic, this one in Kerala, you get the treatment done. And then after coming back, you follow as it is, which is very difficult.
Therefore, the maintenance dosage can be continued, even according to Ayurveda.
Pardon?
The maintenance dosage can be continued.
No, that's the reason now, because if we say that you stop, then it becomes very difficult because people are not able to maintain that thing. When you go to a certain
stomach
age,
is sticking.
yeah.
You said to avoid the milk better, but ghee is also good, and milk products like curd and all are supposed to be probiotics and all. So,
Yes.
what is your opinion on that?
I'll come to that. See, the milk, there's a difference between milk, curd, and buttermilk and paneer. So all are milk products only. Okay. But milk is heavier to digest. Paneer is heavier to digest. Curd, freshly homemade curd is good probiotic. But buttermilk is even far better. Okay. So you can avoid milk and paneer and cheese, but you can take curd and buttermilk. That too homemade curd.
Thank you.
Fresh curd.
I have one question. Can I ask you? I have been to Coimbatore for 3 weeks Ayurvedic treatment, and they also told me to take. I have pressure, but it's under control with medication. So they told me to boil the fruits and take, not raw, not after 5 o'clock. But instead of, I don't know, A2 milk, what it is, they said to take almond milk.
Okay, almond milk is a vegan milk.
Yeah, I take that almond milk in the ragi porridge and all that, cereal and all that. So that, I don't know what is A2 milk. I couldn't get it.
A2 milk is the desi cow milk. the milk, commercial milk comes out of the Jersey cow. So which
Okay.
contains one protein which is hard to digest. A2 is a protein which is easier to digest.
Okay. Anyway, I use almond.
Yeah.
We'll just take one last question in the chat box and then we'll wrap up because the person has put two questions. One is that you have talked about curing. Are these steps the same for preventing hypertension? And the other is if somebody is taking turmeric and pepper powder in milk, what can you use in place of milk?
Okay. See, milk, as I said, if you do a little bit of research and if you get a pure A2 milk, that's perfectly fine. Suppose you do not get and you really love milk and you do not have much problem with milk also. So in that case, what you can do it 2 hours, because milk is very heavy, A1 milk. So add little water to it, say half milk and half water. You can add your pepper and haldi powder to it. That's fine. But otherwise, if you really want to avoid milk, so the best way is drink it with hot water. Okay, that can be one of the alternative. Okay, and what was the other question which you asked?
Basically, these steps the same that you
Steps.
mentioned
Yeah.
for prevention?
Yes. Prevention also, the steps are same, right?